about fun. You know what it is. I got this, you got this, my friend is by my right. Hey, I got this, you got this, now you.
All right, welcome back to San Diego 6 in the morning. Hey, if you're helping those college-bound kids, your seniors right now, fill out these applications. There's 5 questions that you have to ask, and Ron Carruthers is here from Ducerus College Solutions this morning to just zero right in on that. Question number 1, must ask.
You want to know what the average middle 50% of the SAT or ACT scores are for that school. And what that really tells your kid is the chance that they have of getting in. So if you find before you even apply that your kid falls below that middle 50% at most of the schools they're applying to, you've got to revise the list.
Okay, so revise the list of schools you apply to.
Most important thing, number 1.
Okay, number 2.
Number 2 is you want to find out in advance what % of the students get merit money and what that average grant is. And what you can do is take the answer from the first one, the middle 50% of ACT and SAT scores, match it against the other to find out what your odds are of getting a merit grant, because really this is fairly predictable.
So a lot of people apply, they wait to get accepted, and then they wait to see how much money they might get in merit money. But
Correct.
you can kind of predict that.
We can work on it in advance.
Okay.
And it's really good to know. So again, you have an idea of what to expect. And you don't want to waste your time private scholarships applying for those when a little bit more work on an SAT or an ACT would get you even more money.
Okay. Number 3.
Number 3 is what percentage of need does the school meet? Most parents in San Diego County, if they do a little bit of planning, are going to be eligible for need-based aid, even at a 6-figure income or owning rental real estate.
Now, need-based, different than merit-based. Okay, so there's several ways to try to help get that money you need to send the kids to college.
Correct, and obviously I'm going fast and trying to give the tips, but need-based aid, you want to find out what percentage does the school meet. So if for every $10,000 of need that the formula figures you have, how much of it do they actually meet? The 4th question then is, how much of that is free money that get paid back versus how much of it is loans and work study that a kid's going to have to work out.
Low interest loans, great, but you'd much rather have money that doesn't have to be paid back, obviously.
Bingo.
Okay.
Yep, and then 5th tip is what is the average length of time till graduation for the average student at your school? And so you'd be surprised how much it varies one Cal State to the next, how much at one UC to the next, and even at private schools for a 4-year education, the answer isn't always it's 4 years to graduate for the average student. It might be 4.5, 5, and at some public schools it might be 5.5, 6. So you want to find that out in advance.
Okay, so just to back up to question number 1 and the SAT scores, a lot of kids now take the SAT scores multiple times.
Correct.
There's still time to do that, isn't there?
Absolutely.
If you're not happy and you can study, tell folks your little formula that you guys have worked out at Ducerus College Solutions for about how many points you can gain for so many hours of preparing for the SAT.
About every 10 to 15 hours of focused study time is worth 100 points.
And 100 points can be the difference between getting a merit scholarship and not.
Or getting in or not. And most colleges will still accept an SAT or an ACT taken as late as December. Even if you've already turned in your application, you just tell them, hey, my last score is on its way. It'll be there shortly.
Okay, folks, if you have any questions about this, this is what Ron Carruthers does in Ducerus College Solutions. Just give them a call. And I know you're wonderful about just taking our viewers' calls and answering their questions. So,
we try.
Yeah,
call.
Really
You're
appreciate
welcome to call.
Okay, Ron, thank you so much. Still to come. Time to pick out those Halloween costumes. This morning, the pros are showing us how you can transform your face for the spooky holiday.